This is Savannah Hernandez in New York City, and okay, my friends, I was just driving down the street, I was Ubering, and I saw this huge market of African migrants selling all of these bags along this sidewalk. The sidewalk was actually completely full of people, so I was like, okay, pull over, let me see what's going on. Now, I'm walking along this street, and the entire sidewalk was completely packed with people buying these Louis Vuitton bags, buying these YSL bags. Obviously, all of them are knockoffs.
Oh my God, thank God we have independent journalists to finally blow off the lid off this story that too much of the national media has ignored. Some people were selling stuff and the sidewalks were full. Hey, follow-up question. Do you know why the sidewalks were full? They weren't just full of people selling stuff. They were full of people doing what? Buying stuff. You know why? Because they wanted it. That bustling commerce that you were so freaked out about there, Savannah Hernandez, some people seem to like it. And also, I would wager to say it was there yesterday and the week before and the month before that. I don't think that local community needed you to jet on in and identify this unacceptable crime that's going on. But unfortunately, this is how right-wing fake journalism works. They just go out there, they try to identify vulnerable communities, they try to antagonize protesters. The last thing they will ever do is provide any sort of check on people with real power and influence and money. No, they're designed to distract from all of that. Because if you pay attention to the person sitting on the sidewalk selling a knockoff purse, maybe you'll ignore communities being poisoned, mass numbers of people being fired by bloodthirsty, profit-hungry CEOs. But don't think about that. That's all depressing. No, think about those damn African illegal migrants or whatever. Thank you, Savannah Hernandez, for pointing all of that out. And then posting the world's longest tweet about it, about how terrible it is that they're there. Perhaps I should go check this corner out. You know that you're a real rebel journalist when you're tattling to the federal government. So anyway, here's the sick thing. That this is an ecosystem. This is how it's supposed to work. The fake journalist goes, identifies regular people committing a crime that isn't harming anyone, and then ICE goes. They did 2 days later. They went there and they broke it up. Big raid on Chinatown just yesterday. The Assistant Department of Homeland Security Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said agencies conducted a targeted, intelligence-driven enforcement operation focused on criminal activity related to selling counterfeit goods. Intelligence-driven. What, did the CIA follow Savannah Hernandez on Twitter or something? Is this advanced spycraft? Oh, this is what the plot of the next James Bond movie should be about, I think, actually. And so they hauled a bunch of people away. Between 15 and 40 vendors were arrested. Well, thank God. Well, that's it for counterfeit goods. Savannah Hernandez ended it. There's no more cheap crap being sold on the streets anymore. She fixed the problem, and maybe 15 to 40 people get deported and their families are broken up and they get shipped all around the world. And maybe some of them are just assaulted or murdered or whatever, but don't worry, Savannah Hernandez got some clicks on her stupid video or whatever. Isn't it great to be a member of the media, Sharon? What do you think?
Yeah, she's a Karen and an informant. She's not a rebel. She's not a rebel journalist at all. She's an informant with a Karen agenda. You know, real journalists, even in times of potential public harm, don't just take their orders from, say, the FBI or a federal agency or even local police. We have to have a conversation here. It has to make sense. You're not just going to hand me a statement and tell me to read it because you say so. We have to have protocols here. She doesn't know anything about being a journalist. She is a wicked woman who doesn't like the fake goods. Perhaps, maybe she bought something and it didn't meet her standard or something. And so now she's ruined it for everyone. And most importantly, as you said, she's destroyed some families and she's so gleeful about it. Yeah. She's actually a disgusting human. If she is human.
Just being a part of this regime, going around tattling on people, extending the secret police after them. Yeah, every regime is gonna have some people like that. She's decided to be that. That's great. Have fun with that. By the way, have fun with that as long as you can before they turn on you, by the way. Let's just be very clear about that. Do you know what part of what movement you're a part of? Okay, I mean, Kash Patel just found out yesterday, by the way. We reported on that. I wish you well. I hope that you don't have to deal with any of that. Here's a test though. Say something on Twitter that's against Donald Trump. And then look at the replies from the MAGA people. See how fast they devour you, Savannah Hernandez.